Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to talk about a couple of headlamps. So I had actually a few headlamps come through at the same time, and I've been trying to, test them out and whatnot, and it's just taken a little while to do it because I don't use a headlamp constantly. So I do have two here. I have the Nightcore. I believe it's it's the 65, there it is. HC65 UHE. And it has some cool features. I haven't messed around with it too much. I've used it. I just have used it on just using the light. It has some like secondary functions as well. We'll talk about that. It's got a good strap. This is one of my favorite straps I've tried. I think that this piece right here is essential to a headlamp. If it doesn't have one of these, I find it to be way less comfortable unless it's like the I did a video on the Woobin, I think it was the E6 headlamp, and that one is smaller. It's a lot smaller than this. Now the runtime isn't as good. I love that light, but I've had the battery kind of run out on me before when I was out doing stuff at night. I think I was messing around my pool or something, I forget. And it's fine without that strap. Because it's a lot smaller, so there's kind of a give and take there. With this size of a light, you need this strap, and it works really well with this guy from Nightcore. Then we have one from Through Night, and this one, it doesn't have that strap, and I'm not too in love with this one. It's basically not really that much of a headlamp. I mean, technically it is, but it's kind of a regular flashlight that you can throw into a headlamp. It comes with that, which is kind of cool that you have that option, right? So, it's kind of a give and take there. Depends on what you think, But I prefer the Nightcore in the sense that you can just, you can take this and kind of adjust it up and down however you like. It's really optimized as a headlamp, where this one, you have the light on one side. You don't have like those clicks when you're turning it. You're basically just turning it like this, and then you hope it stays there. So, there's give and take, but I do like this one. It works fine. And it has a really low moonlight, which is kind of nice. I think it goes down to like 0.6 of a lumen, which is pretty cool. And then on turbo, I can't remember now, is it 750 or something like that on turbo? You get a decent amount of lumens. Now you're only going to get it for 2 minutes. So this is the TH20 Pro from Through Night. It does have a AA battery. That's one of the nice things, is it comes with this rechargeable AA. So you could carry extra batteries and just toss them in when you need them. That's a big difference between this and a lot of headlamps, especially that Woobin one I've tried. Now, I believe this Nightcore also has a replaceable battery, and it's 18350 maybe. I'm going to take a look at that in a second. But, yeah, so you can swap the battery on this, which is kind of nice. And, again, it's kind of just put into this headlamp band. But it's not necessarily meant to just be a headlamp. I think they kind of market this to be, it could be an EDC light. It could be, something else as well. It's kind of one of those periscope lights. But you just tap it to turn it on. If you hold, it comes on moonlight. If you double tap, you get turbo, kind of the usual suspects here. This one comes in a cool light and a warm light, I believe, or neutral and cool, whichever option it is. The box for this one is right here. This came from Amazon. I'll link it down below. This is the neutral white. They gave me one of the cool whites as well. I gave it away. They usually send me two, and I always give one away. Here's the info card. And you have, 2 minutes of runtime on turbo, 760 lumens. Then it drops to 285 for another 142 minutes. So, I mean, technically it's really, 2 minutes is a decent amount of time, honestly. A lot of times it's like 10 seconds or 1 minute. 2 minutes isn't a killer. But you know, you come out, you put it on turbo, you got to do something, and then all of a sudden it dips down. You're like, damn, I needed that, you know. But high is 350, so that's the one I'd look at. And 350 is not bad, especially for a little AA guy like this, with this size. And it's going to be lighter, right? Like this has some weight to it on your head. This is a little bit lighter, which is nice. Medium, 100 lumens, low, 39. And then that Firefly is sub-lumen, actually, 0.6 lumens. Or I don't know, is that sub-lumen? I think it's less than 1 lumen. I guess that's how I would put that, but whatever. And it'll run for 18 days, 18 hours on low, 470 minutes on medium. And that's with one battery. Again, you could pop in an extra battery if you carried one with you. You get a clip. Yeah, see? It comes with a clip, so you can carry it in your pocket. It comes with extra O-rings, and it comes with a USB-C charger, which at this point I have coming out of my nose, so I don't even take those out of the package anymore. So that's the TH20 Pro from Throughlight. I think it's a good little light. I mean, it does the job, and it's multifunctional, right? So that's the Throughlight. Now the Nightcore here comes with this nice pouch, right? Now this one's going to cost you more, right? Throughlight stuff is always very affordable. You're talking probably like $30 for this thing, right? Nightcore, you're usually talking closer to, you know, 60, 70, 80, that kind of price point. And I'll link both of these. I think I have a link to Nightcore's website, so I'll put that below, and the Amazon link to the Throughlight. And here is the O-ring that comes with the Nightcore. You get a worldwide warranty card there. You can QR code that to pull up their information on Facebook. If you want to pause and read that, you get another USB-C. This one's a C-to-C, which is kind of nice. But you get this nice little pouch, and it seems silly. It seems like something small and silly, right? But here's what I do. I tuck everything up here, right? And then I actually keep this flashlight in the pouch. So I keep it like this in the pouch. I close this down, zip it up, and then I've been hanging this off of my a screw in my garage. So above my sort of like work table in my garage, I have, you know, I have screws basically all over the garage, hanging shovels and shit. You know, it's a garage. And I have some screws where I hang stuff like this. And I have that other headlamp I talked about from Woobin, and I have this one hanging there. And when I just need to run to the outside of the house for something real quick in the dark, I'll grab that E6 or whatever it is from Woobin, because it's small, it's quick, it's easy. But if I need to do something longer or I need more light or something, I will grab this one. I've had this one for a month or two at this point, maybe 2 or 3, I don't know. It's been a while, it feels like. And I've used it quite a bit. It took me a little bit to get it dialed down to where I had it perfectly set, because you got to take this piece here and you run it through here, and then you got to clip it back here to get it to kind of be that middle strap. That took me a second to figure out. Then you got to adjust these straps perfectly. Basically, I like to make it just slightly over tight on my head, and then this strap really locks it down. And you want to make sure you get this strap the right length so it sits on your head properly. And then this thing, because it has that extra weight to it, I mean, just look at it. It's way bigger than the other one I showed you. Right? And it just has more weight to it. So you need the support here. You really do. But they give you a great headband. I mean, it's a wonderful headband. This one's a little less, you know, premium or whatever. But it doesn't need to hold more weight. It's very lightweight, where this is heavy, so it needs that. All right, enough. You can take out this battery as well. These are the first 2 headlamps I've gotten where you can take the battery out, which is nice. And this one, oh, 18650, sorry. So this is an absolute monster. You're going to get a lot of battery life out of this. 4,000 milliamp hours, 10 amp max discharge. That's a good battery right there, I would say. I mean, that's a ton of runtime, which again is why I was saying when I need something for a little bit longer project or something, I will grab this one because you're getting really good runtime. You get 8 LEDs. It's a really good setup. Right here is your charging port. So you have your little USB-C, and then you can cover it up, which is kind of cool right there. And then up here you have 2 buttons, okay? You have a power button and a mode button. And then this is kind of a toggle, which is what I really like about this. You can hear the clicks as you're turning it, because this is on your head, you know, you're not looking at it while it's happening. So it makes it a lot harder, I feel like, with this, where you have to kind of turn it and guess. Now, of course, it's on, so you could see, obviously, how the degree is changing or whatever. But it's just not as precise, where this is like, okay, I need 2 clicks down, boom, boom, you know. I just like it quite a bit. So the power button, if you tap, will do nothing. You hold, and it will, okay. Oh, did I put that battery in backwards? What? I swear it came out this way. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it came out that way. I guess it has a reverse polarity. I did think it was weird that it went in that way, but, you know, a lot of these they're E-switches, so I don't think it matters. But I'm sure it has a reverse polarity protection, so we should be fine. There you go. Sorry. All right. So, again, you hold down. I always forget because different lights do different things, so pardon me. But you hold down. That turns it on. Then you can tap and you cycle through it. You can see immediately how bright this thing is, right? That is really, really bright. I mean, we can compare, I guess, if we do this. This is on turbo for that one. So that one's on turbo. And this one's on high. But it has 8 LEDs instead of the 1, right? So it's just much more powerful, which is, you know, obviously to be expected. It's huge. So you can get a look at it. Turn it off. From off, double tap, you get these 2 little LEDs. So there's actually 10 in here, I guess. I think there might be more. But you get those 2 right there. And then they get brighter. So I guess you could use this if you just wanted, I don't know, less light, or maybe you wanted to save battery or something. I don't know why those would be better, but you do have those for an option. And triple tap doesn't do anything. Again, we talked about holding turns on those. Now there is a mode button here. So the mode button also switches to the 2 lights. And then it switches to red light as well, which has a, I believe just a, high, low, and a beacon. So you can get this kind of flash going if you wanted to set this on the side of the road, if you had an accident, or if you're on a bike and you want to have a blinker going. It's on your forehead. That's a pretty good setup there, I would think. And those are the modes. Now, I find it weird. This is just a weird thing that I thought of, is from off, if you hit the power button twice, you get this, right? You get the 2 LEDs. But if you hit this, if you turn it on and then hit this, you also get that. So it's kind of like, that's the mode button, sure. But like, it's weird that this button also does the same thing, right? Even though triple tap doesn't do anything. Right, you're not going to, you're not going to get it to red on this button. I just thought that was interesting. Now, double tap takes you to a turbo, which is super bright. You know, from off, double tap, again, we talked about this already, sorry, takes you to the 2 LEDs. There's no turbo from off. I'm sure there's some other stuff. Maybe there's a lockout and whatever. You guys can read the instruction manual if you want, if you get one. But those are the functions. The one I use, obviously, is just on and then I'm cycling the brightness I want. That's all I use it for. I'm not switching over to this. I don't have any reason to switch to that versus switching versus this. Like, I really don't understand. It must be a battery thing, or oh, you know what? Maybe it's the LEDs. Like, these are their proprietary UHI LEDs or whatever they're called, high HD or whatever. And maybe these are like a warmer light or something. Maybe that's the difference. Could be. Oh, look, we found a strobe on the mode button as well. I double tapped it. There you go. You keep tapping or double tapping it, cycles to that. Holding the mode button. Yeah, it doesn't do anything else. So there you go. Anyway, that is the Nightcore HC65UHE and the Through Night TH20 Pro. I'll see if I can sneak some beam footage in, but honestly, guys, it's a headlamp. This one's really bright. This one's moderately bright, and it has a clip as well. You can look up the lumens and everything. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to set up and get outside. And in this case, I can't just shine it. I have to wear it on my head, which makes it a little bit harder to record, but we'll see. So, you know, maybe you'll see something at the end here, but I'll link these. Yeah, I mean, this one I'm going to give away just because I don't need like a multifunctional light. I think for somebody who wants to get like one light that can do multiple things like that, you could throw the clip on it and throw it in your pocket, and then the next day you need something outside, you need both hands. Well, now you can just throw it in the headband and use it as a headlamp. So it's really versatile as your only go-to light. For me, I have dedicated lights, right? So if I need to look around the house or whatever, maybe I'll grab this Soffern SP3 1V3 that just got sent in, and maybe I'll use this guy for that, right? But if I need a headlamp, I'll use this. If I need crazy flood, this would be a good option. But you know what? Maybe that could be another reason for the LEDs. Although these don't look, these would be more floody than these, because these have a little, what is that, like a TIR or something? But they're set back a little bit. There's like a, yeah, I don't think it's a reflector, but I've had no issues with the throw on this. It's been fantastic. I mean, usually if you're using a headlamp, it's not for long, you know, long distance viewing, I would think. But this one's probably gonna throw better, because you can see it's set back a little further. Again, it might be, I think it's a TIR, whatever that's called. It doesn't have a huge reflector or anything, but you could see, you know, there's a hot spot here. So that's going to have a little bit more throw, I think, than this would, where it's more, you know, you have multiple LEDs. So you're kind of flooding over here, and you're going to get a little bit more throw here. So if that matters to you, that would be another good, you know, reason to try maybe this one. So just want to throw that out there, but I will link both of these down below if you're interested. I know some people could care absolutely less about headlamps, and I'll be honest, I was one of those people until I needed it and I had it. I didn't really realize how useful a headlamp was until I had one and used it and was like, damn, this is great. I have both my hands. I can see. Like, it's just so much easier than trying to hold this or hunt down, you know, like a big light to shine or whatever. So they have their place, you know. So let me know what you guys think. If you got this far, you know, I appreciate you. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. And thank you to Nightcore and thank you to Through Night for sending these my way. It did take me a while to get these videos out, so sorry about that. But it is, you know, what it is. I love you guys. Hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Peace.